I feel like my fiance cheated on me. She says I'm being dramatic. Mostly hoping someone can be a third view on this situation. My 30M fiance, 27F, has a male friend of 10 years or so. He lives in her hometown, a state over from us. First time I heard of him was a few months back cause they were messaging on Messenger, and he was sending her money for stuff like gas cause she was working less hours. She wouldn't tell me his name, just he was an old friend, etc. I told her I didn't like him sending her money. Felt it was inappropriate, considering I was more than capable of helping her if she needed money. She claimed she doesn't like asking partners for money, and his name was a secret cause she didn't want me looking him up and messaging him, supposedly cause her exes would do it. Time goes on and pieces start clicking together. She told me his name and I realized I'd seen her message him repeatedly long before I found out about the money. But her convos were always new. This led to a discussion where she admitted to always deleting their conversations. It originated as a BS excuse that she deletes everyone's convos. Till I pressed that she was lying and it was only hers. Eventually she admitted to only deleting his because she didn't want me to take their convos out of context if I ever saw them cause they could look like flirting. Over the next few weeks there was more deletion of their convos, despite our convo about no more deleting or hiding things. He sent her more money. Then one morning while getting ready for bed, I worked 3 RDS and just got in, her phone went off and lit up with a message from him saying "Good morning, sweetheart." I obviously confronted her, upset. She claims that's the only time he ever said something like that and was so confused. But that it's not a big deal because older people call everyone that. He's mid-30s. My frustration over this led to her supposedly blocking him and using that as her way to ending the talk. I did not tell her to block him. She chose to. A couple months or so later I asked about him, and she said she unblocked him a couple weeks prior to check on him or something cause of a car accident and then reblocked him. That was left at that. Till literally like 3 days later as I'm getting ready to go to work, the situation repeats itself. Phone dings, lights up, he's messaged her saying "Good night, sweetheart, I've been thinking about you today." Again I confront her. She admits to lying about reblocking him. And again so surprised he's calling her sweetheart. This time, the talk turns into an argument that's more hard-pressed. She admits he flirts with her and calls her pet names. That she still deletes their convos after she's done or after every message when she's by me. She'd been talking while at work, etc. My thought process was I feel like it's emotional cheating. It's established it's inappropriate for me to call other girls sweetheart or something similar, ESP wrong to flirt, cause those things are reserved for her and myself. So for her to intentionally and willingly allow her friend to do it on a daily basis makes her no better than if she were doing it herself. I pointed out, it's not like it's a random guy hollering at her or something. It's a friend who she repeatedly chooses to engage with and not bother to tell to stop due to it being inappropriate. She says I'm wrong and ridiculous. He's been her friend for 10 years. Lives 6 hours away, so there's nothing wrong with it. She didn't flirt, supposedly, or screw him, so it's not a big deal. The lies and hiding it is just cause she's used to her exes getting upset over little things, and she didn't want me to be like them if I saw it. Am I really overthinking this, or is it fair to feel how I do? Edit, thanks for all the responses everyone. I feel less guilty now for being bothered by this. Seems the focal point here is the lying. Which unfortunately goes beyond just this incident. Trust or lying has been a problem since the beginning, unfortunately. From lying about what doing or who with. Lying about who talking to, including another guy incident involving my best friend, which turned into her supposedly just trying to push me away. To lies about health and almost any random small thing you can think of just because. I'm just a very big pushover when it comes to giving the benefit of the doubt and second chances.